Hello, it's Mark. Welcome to another whiskey review. Today we have the Balnellan. This is the white port cask finish. Now, Balnellan is a kind of a bottling for the big rocks total line, and it is a Speyside, so it is most likely Tomental, and this is no age statement and 46% ABV. There is no mention of color or filtration. I imagine at 46 it's probably not chill filtered, but I can't say for sure. So anyway, this is a port finish, so I think it's aged in bourbon casks. But so anyway, they do have another Speyside kind of line, which is the Glenfodre. I think they also have an Isla line, and then they have another Glydenstone, which I've not had any. I don't know if that's Highland or something else different, but just odd to me that they would just do a couple of Speysides. But it's very inexpensive. This is like a $30 bottle. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and roll this. So, white port finish. They also make a cognac finish, and what's the other one? A Caribbean rum finish, and I think there's one more. I don't know what the other one. Probably sherry, but so anyway, and because I think it is. They know it's kind of Tomental because the ownership is the same as, which is like Dundee, and so I think that's kind of why the assumption is that this is Tomental. But anyway, that is. I'm not a huge. I've only had like maybe the 16. I think it was okay. Wasn't great. They mostly make blends, but nonetheless, let me show you the label there. So, okay. I did roll it once. I'm going to go ahead and roll it again. And then I'm going to show it to you. So, here you go in the bottle. Again, no idea about color. Probably not chill filtered, but I don't know about color. I would imagine white port. I don't even know what white port is, so I'm not going to even pretend. So let me go ahead and show you that label. So let me go ahead and read it. I'll go ahead and read this to you. So, a limited quantity of this Speyside single malt whiskey was transferred from bourbon cask into hand-picked white port barrels to finish the maturing for a number of months. The process of finishing imbues the whiskey with refined characteristics, and most notably with tones of coconut and clove oil or olive oil. I think it must be clove oil, giving way to raisins and prunes. The Speyside region is recognized as being the premier region of Scotland for the production of the finest single malts. Speyside malts are often the sweetest of all whiskies, with rich and fruity flavors together with a subtle delicacy of aroma. So yes, Speysides do tend to be some of your more common, like your Macallan and stuff, and they're actually, geographically, they're part of the Highlands, but they are kind of a small section of that. They do have probably the most distilleries there. So that's that and that. The front says the same thing as what the bottle says. The back says, the Spey Valley lies between Inverness and Elgin in the north of Scotland. The River Spey meanders through soft countryside and past a high concentration of distilleries, castles, and forests on its way to the North Sea. The River Spey is one of Scotland's best rivers for fishing for salmon, sea, and brown trout. The Speyside region is recognized as being the premier region for Scotland for the production of the finest single malts. Speyside malts are often the sweetest of all whiskies, with rich and fruitful flavors together with a subtle delicacy and of aromas. So, yeah, it's hard to argue that Speyside's not the premier region, but you know, I can't argue that. So, all right. So, I'm going to roll this one more time. It's kind of sticking to the side of the glass, I've noticed. All right, let's see what we got. Grapes. Pears. There is a note to this, definitely fruity note, some orchard fruit. But I do get the grapes. It doesn't smell that different than some others, their other one. Spice-wise, what do we have? I do get some more, I get wood in here, just like that oak. Little, almost toasted oak, which I guess if it's coming out of bourbon casks, so. I guess charred oak is the better word. That charred oak, not toasted oak, I'm getting charred oak. There is a very herbal, grassy note to this, with the grapes and the orchard fruit. Definitely some oak, raisins, and some figs, some dark fruit in there too. Smells very sweet. Yeah, I'm getting more figs. A lot of figs now, like Fig Newton. So yeah. All right. Orchard fruit with grapes, a lot of grapes, grape juice, sweet grapes. There is a bitter note on the finish. Finish is medium. Do get some of that bitter oak. But yeah, like, there's a toasty note to this though too, like baked, like Fig Newtons is kind of what it reminds me of. Yeah, Fig Newtons. It's very palatable, 46%. It's not bad. It's very inexpensive. I think maybe this is like a $30 bottle. So I do think this is better than their Caribbean rum cask finish. I mean, this is worth $30, where I don't even know that the other one was worth $30. So I do think this is a little bit better than that one. Yeah. Figs, oak, charred oak, Fig Newton, kind of like with this figgy kind of malty note. Finish is a little bitter with a bitter oak kind of on the finish. So it's not bad. It's not something I would hunt down at all. So we're going to go with 6 because it's palatable. But all right, we'll see you next time. Give it a like, thumbs up, and subscribe.